We believe that PBL and the 21st century skills that PBL instills in the individual students was vital to ensuring that we have the best workforce to attract that new business investment. We know that not only does PBL make for a more qualified workforce, it also helps students mature, become more mature, work together in teams, which increases their likelihood of progression through high school, of success in high school, and most importantly of preparedness for post-secondary studies, whether it be a 4-year baccalaureate program or a certification training program. We know that PBL and those 21st century skills will prepare them for success in that next stage.
Doing what's best for kids and getting research-based practices in place so that kids are taking it up a notch and learning what they're going to need to know for the 21st century. We're not going to be doing them a service if we're having them sit in rows and lecture them and ask questions that are only at the knowledge level. We want critical thinkers.
Most teachers really want to teach kids how to learn, how to love learning, how to think. I don't think I've ever heard a teacher say they want to go into education so they can teach kids to the test. They want kids to enjoy their education, and PBL allows them to do that.
The driving question was something that they found very, very helpful. Always before, they would use a standard to work with their units, and I think the driving question helped wrap their minds around it and get it in wording that was meaningful, instead of just using the standard, 2.1.3. One of the things that I liked the most about this PBL project was the relating it back to the kids, to their lives, making it meaningful, and then having an authentic audience.
The public audience is crucial for getting an authentic, truly authentic project-based learning atmosphere with your students.
That kids can get up a notch when somebody else is in the room.
We've had other business people in our community come in just to hear about the projects, and the students just beam.
You don't even have to have real people sitting inside the classroom. You could have people, you could Skype people from all over the world and get feedback from many perspectives about whatever you're studying.
We viewed project-based learning as a key strategy to move our teachers and our students from the typical way of learning that had been happening in many situations towards the learning that was going to be required with the move to the Common Core standards, which was much more higher level thinking and much more authentic learning kinds of experiences.
PBL really plays itself to the Common Core standards, and with some of the new things that students are going to have to be able to do with the PARCC test, it enables the teacher to purposely prepare the students by teaching them to think, to use their logic and rationale to figure out real-world, in-depth problems rather than just touching on a topic for a day and then moving on to the next topic.
And we were able to quickly get another grant to bring PBL into our elementaries through the Indiana Department of Ed. It was through the Gifted and Talented Department, so we could pull in our elementary teachers to kind of pave the way as our secondary students really became more immersed in that.
It involves the kids, it truly engages them. It allows them to interact with the materials they're working with. It allows the teacher to actually be a facilitator, and it moves us away from some of the traditional roles that we have not changed in education that the teacher plays, even though our students have changed and the world has changed while we've remained the same.
We're seeing the process grow. We're seeing the kids have more voice and choice in what they're doing. We see teachers engaged with the students as facilitators and not as lecturers. We know that when the kids are helping develop the lessons based around the standards, it's things they're going to remember.
The teacher facilitates, the students get to pick and choose what interests them or how the lesson moves, or maybe the design concept they're going to choose, the materials they're going to use to build something, and there's just so much variety that can go on with it. That's the other thing I like about it. The teacher can adapt it year to year to that class's specific needs.
When Region 8 offered us that opportunity to develop a long-range PBL plan for our district, we thought it was just a perfect way to keep the momentum and the planning and the thinking. We really see this as a really critical kingpin of teaching and learning at North Adams.
This is one of our keys to bringing our parents, our community members back into the schools to realize that yes, we are truly preparing their kids for the 21st century, and they are going to be successful after they get out of our schools.
It's just been a really, really great experience to know that PBL and those 21st century skills are being spread throughout all of Northeast Indiana and our 10-county region. Been partnering with them to create the Indiana Collaborative for Project-Based Learning, which is a very exciting movement to help promote and cement the state of Indiana as a leader in project-based learning, so that we don't have to import professional development. We can build it in-house in here in the state of Indiana and then eventually export it. We believe was the ultimate goal for that.